afternoon. Yes, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the HS Pod. It's the Happy and Successful Podcast. All right, my name is Delare, your delectable host. Yes, and I'm happy to be back. I'm back like I never left. I never left. So I'm back. We're back. So welcome back to the HS Pod. So today I have an amazing person here with me. So I'll let her introduce herself. Please let's meet you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sechivi Igbian,
All
your
right.
guest for today.
All right. We're happy to have you on the show today.
Thank you.
Okay. So before I hand over to her, I would like to give a brief introduction of the topic for today. So it's the beauty of God's image, the beauty of His image being God's image, right? Yeah. So uh, we're created in the image and likeness of God. We're fearfully and wonderfully made. So yes, that is what the topic is all about. And I was inspired by this topic some weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago. She actually was sharing with me on how blood moves from the heart to other parts of the body. I don't know if I was taught that in primary school. I think I was taught, but I totally forgot that whole thing. So while she was sharing that with me, I was really like, okay, there's a whole lot that's going on inside our bodies that we don't know about. And when we get to say we are wonderfully made, or in the image of God, we are beautifully made, we tend to look at the outward appearance, right?
Yeah.
When you see a very fine man or woman, you say it's wonderfully made, it's beautifully made, but it's beyond that. Even if the person does not look so fine in the outward appearance, the person is still wonderfully, beautifully, and fearfully made, because inwardly there's a whole lot that God actually took His time to do inside our bodies, that we could say we're actually wonderfully, beautifully made. So she's an anatomist. Yeah, so she's going to be giving us insights into how God did all that He did, and how our systems work together. It actually baffles me sometimes when I think of how this system and that system, or that
Yeah.
organ inside our bodies, work
Yeah.
together to make us these living beings that we are. So yeah, we're going right into it now. But before we do, I'd like you to please engage, comments in the comment section, ask questions if you have, and should answer, and just tell us what you think about what we're saying. So let's hear from you and all that. So the first question I will be asking our guest today is, do you think that man is a beautiful creation? I think I've already said a lot of that, but let's just hear what she has to say about that in
Okay.
his
Thank
beauty.
you very much, Delary, for that question. Yes, man. God created man in His image, like Genesis, the book of Genesis 1:27 says. So, man is therefore no doubt God's best creation, because literally, what can be better than the image of God?
Yeah,
So,
nothing.
So looking at it, we're looking at the human anatomy, going to the aspect of the human anatomy, how God created us, and how He formed man from the dust of the earth, and how this dust, He used this dust to form cells. That's the smallest unit of life. The cell is the smallest unit of life. They form the cells. From the cells form tissues. The tissues form organs, and then the organs form systems of the body. So how all of this is arranged in our body, the organization, the way they are positioned, it's so perfect, it's so in place, as in nothing is out of place. Even though we look different on the outside, like when you look at our physical appearances, some people you say they are aesthetically pleasing, others are not so aesthetically pleasing to look at. Some people are short, some people are tall, but that's just the uniqueness of our outward appearances. But then on the inside, basically the human being, we are all the same. The way the organs are positioned is not different in different people. We have the women having some differences from men, but they are all positioned the same way. the attention that God gave to details, as in the detailing of our bodies, the way the organs are organized in us, the way they are placed, the spaces between them, the distances between them, is exactly the same in every human. It's not different. It's exactly the same. The distance between your heart, your lungs, is exactly the same in person A, is exactly the same in person B.
Okay.
So this attention to details, this organization, is God's creative skill in this on display. So I would say man is a perfect display of God's creative skills and organizational skills, and that alone in itself is beauty.
Wow. Okay, so I think what I got from that is there's no difference between person A and person B. The same way God, the same organs and everything and
Yes.
cells that God used to make one person is the same thing in another person. So we cannot actually say that, oh, this person is more wonderfully made
Yes,
than
exactly.
another person.
Yeah.
We are all the same. We are all wonderfully and beautifully made. It doesn't matter how you are seen on the outside. All right, I like that. So we're getting educated. This is physical education, PE. Yes, so it's a refresher course for most of us, I believe. All right, so we'd like to know what are the most important organs in the body?
Well, every organ in the human body is important in its own capacity, because they all have their various functions, what they do, the way they are shaped, the way they look. So they are all very important in their own capacity. But there are the most important, and we have the three of these organs that are the most important organs in the human body, and they are called the tripod of life. We have the human brain, the brain. These three organs are the brain, the heart, and the lungs. The brain is like the most complex organ that God created in the human being. It's made up of 60% of fats. It's made up of many neurons, that's the nerve cells. Those cells, we have up to 86 billion of those cells in our human brain. The brain is complex and is unlimited in its storage capacity. The brain is the reason a man thinks like a man, is responsible for our coordination, our reactions, our actions, our senses, our emotions, how we feel, how we think. So it's the reason a man would thinks like a man and not like a dog.
Wait, did
So
you say 86?
yeah, 86 billion. Up
cells.
to 86 billion cells. They are called the neurons, the nerve cells.
Wow.
Interconnecting each other
Wow.
in the brain.
Okay.
Then we have the heart.
heart.
The heart is the engine of the human body, the one that pumps the blood. We all know that the blood is like the life source. The blood is the life source, the physical life source of our bodies. So the heart consistently is the one pumping this blood that flows to every part of our body. So the heart is a muscle, is about the size of your fist, and it's the hardest working muscle in the body. The heart can beat up to 100,000 times a day. So it's always working, doesn't stop. Then we have the lungs. The lungs is like the physical organ for the breath of life, responsible for breathing in, out, the oxygen you breathe in, and the carbon dioxide that goes out is the respiratory organ of the body.
Okay. This heart, is it, you said it beats 100.
100,000 times a day.
Can it beat more than that? Is there a limit to?
No, there is no limit, but up to 100,000 times a day it beats.
Wow. So we have the brain, the heart, and the lungs. Those are the
three most important,
important
that your body can do without.
Okay. Is there a way that they work together, these three?
Yes, they all our organs all work together. Like the brain, I said the brain already coordinates all the activities of the body. So all of these organs are interconnected to work in coordination with the brain. The brain is doing the whole work of making sure that everything is in place. Everything, if there's something wrong with your heart somewhere, the brain is the one that will communicate it. It will communicate to the brain, and then the brain will now respond to react, to send the appropriate response, the appropriate reaction to that particular organ in your body that is reacted or something. Then
Oh, I like this.
yeah.
I like this. So God actually, no, this whole thing is very, very planned.
Yes.
Like so structured and planned.
Yeah, well
Something is wrong with
structured.
your heart, it communicates to the brain. The brain does whatever.
And
So,
sends a response.
wow. So much is going on in our bodies that we
Yeah.
don't even know. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, so could you tell us about the systems of the body? Maybe one or two systems of the body.
Yeah, the body, the first
You
of
know,
all,
there's
the
digestion system. There's
yeah,
food.
the food parts, right? So, okay, the body, the systems of the body actually are made up of organs. These organs, individual organs that I've mentioned, like I've mentioned brain, I've mentioned heart,
Heart and
lungs.
lungs.
Then we have liver. There are so many organs in the body. So, so some organs come together and form systems. So
Okay.
these organs
Sorry,
now,
before you continue, the cells form
yeah, the cells
organs.
come together, form tissues.
Okay, tissues.
Tissues into
Hey,
organs.
organs.
Organs then make up systems.
Systems.
So you have some individual organs that work together in coordination to perform a particular responsibility. So we now classify that as a system. So when we say like the digestive system, we start from the mouth, the esophagus, it goes down to the stomach, so then the small intestines, the large intestines, and then down to your anus. So all of these organs now working in coordination to work on the food that you eat, to digest it properly, and then absorb it in your stomach and your intestines for your body to use. That whole process now forms your digestive system.
Okay.
So the systems, all in all, we have 11 systems of the body.
11 systems.
Yeah, 11 systems of the body. Briefly, I'll just go over the skeletal and muscular system.
Okay.
Yeah, if you put it together, we'll call it musculoskeletal system.
Musculoskeletal system.
Yes, musculoskeletal system and so now this skeletal system forms the shape of your body. It gives your body form, gives your body the structure that it has, the posture. Your walking posture, your sitting posture is formed by your skeletal system. So your skeletal system basically is made up of bones. It's the bone structure of the body, from your head to your toes, to your feet. You have the head, the skull, the cranium, all of that. All those bones coming together form the structure of your skeleton. And then as an adult, a human adult, you have up to 206 bones in your body that are structured together to form your skeleton. Yeah. Then the muscles, now the muscular system is the flesh of your body. So the flesh now sits on your skeleton that covers your whole body to form and gives you the shape and the form. So all of this, the skeletal and the muscular system work together in giving you form, in producing movement, in producing posture, in providing protection for the organs in your body. The skeletal system specifically provides protection for the organs, those vital internal organs in your body, to be protected. So that skeletal system gives support, it gives protection. It also produces the blood cells. The blood cells are produced in the bone marrow. So all these things happen in your skeletal system. So your skeletal system is very important. So when we talk about bones, sometimes in the study of anatomy, sometimes we'll have some fun facts. We'll mention like the longest bone, the strongest bone, the hardest bone. So, okay, you want me to mention something? Okay.
The longest bone.
So the longest bone obviously is your thigh bone. It's called the femur.
Longest bone.
Yes, the longest and the strongest bone. That's the longest and the strongest bone in your body. It's called the femur. It provides support to all of your upper body because your upper body is sitting on it. Then the hardest bone in the body is your jawbone.
Okay.
Yes.
Jawbone is the hardest.
You can see it on your face. Gives your face definition. That's your jawbone.
Yeah, those jawline.
Yeah, jawline.
Like
Then it's also amazing that the weakest bone that you will find in your body is this collarbone, your clavicle. So I was just thinking about that, and I was wondering. I said, why did God make it the weak bone to be so prominent and obvious outside that somebody can easily hit it and break. But I guess he wanted us to be able to protect ourselves with our fists. So,
Okay. That's
so
cool.
that's that. Then when we go to the muscular system, covering this thing. So now, when the blood vessel circulation takes place in the muscular system, the muscular system provides the circulation. That's where the blood vessels move. They are under the skin and then also in the muscles. So every muscle in itself is unique to where they are covering. They are named mostly according to their location where you find them, and then they all have blood vessels that supply them blood, nerve cells moving from the brain, the spinal cord, that distributes to every part of the body. So everything is so well arranged, so well organized and detailed in our human body.
And it's working by itself.
Yes,
You don't
working
need
by
to
itself.
do
Nothing
anything.
is fighting each other. I also wanted to mention, like, when I was talking about how organs in the body are spaced, and how the exact distance between one organ and the other is the same, with, like, if it's 2 centimeters between your heart and your lungs, it's the same in every other human being, like that. So I remember when I watched some action movies, and then maybe you see like a trained CIA agent is aiming to shoot at a target, and maybe and he's with his partner or something. So when he aims and then he shoots at the target, then the partner now tells him, "No, you are not supposed to kill him. We are not supposed to shoot at him. We are supposed to bring him in alive." Like something like that. You understand the scenario? Then he now says, "No, don't worry. It's a clean shot. He will survive." So saying that it's a clean shot, it means the bullet did not hit any organ in the body, and it's not going to damage any major blood vessel. So the person will survive once the bullet is taken out. So all this goes to show how God organized our bodies and our organs in us, so that with the picture of the human anatomy, that a CIA agent, if a CIA agent is used to train, is trained using that picture, he knows where each is positioned, he knows the spacing. So he knows how to target for a clean shot. He knows how to target for an instant kill if he wants to kill his target. So
Wow.
yes.
I should go and study anatomy. I'm
So
really
yeah,
loving this.
it's interesting. Yeah.
I'm really loving this.
Yeah, how
Oh.
vast, how complex the human body is
Body
is actually
is.
interesting. You can never.
Aw, I feel so wonderfully made right now.
Yes.
Honestly, if I didn't feel like that before, knowing how no, it was too planned.
Yeah,
It was so planned.
too planned, too organized.
Yes,
to be
very, very organized. The systems working together with each other and all that. And the fact that you said the 2 centimeter spacing between each organ is the same with
Same.
everybody. Wow.
Yes, and it actually makes medical science easy. So that now, if doctors want to operate on one person, like you see now, you want to perform an operation on the heart or on the brain to remove a tumor, you don't need to study each individual afresh.
Yeah.
Yes, so you have studied in school once and for all. You know what is supposed to be done to each individual once a situation like that presents itself over and over again. You don't need to say, "Oh, person A is a fresh person. This one is different. His heart is somewhere else." Everybody's heart is the same place, and all of that. So it makes medical science easy. So God has already thought of all these things and beautifully and wonderfully made us, so that everything is looking organized and very detailed.
Wow. Glory to God.
Hallelujah.
Honestly, if you are not convinced before that you are wonderfully made, I believe this is more than enough reasons to be convinced that God
Yeah.
took his time to craft his dearly beloved man. So before we wrap up, there's something that happened recently that made me, I don't know how to say it, but I'm going to say it.
Okay.
Somebody went to donate blood, and honestly, I was like, there's no how you will be able to donate blood because your outward appearance looks too tiny
Yeah.
for you to have enough blood. And the person went and they checked and discovered that his blood level was really good, high enough for him to give blood. And people who appeared bigger in
Yeah.
structure, size than him, some of them did, their blood level was not enough. No, it actually made me wonder. I was thinking, I know it was explained to me, but I was still not very